Lamdag sa kamatuoran. Lamdag sa kamatuoran, ang katapusang tawag sa ikapitong trompeta. Pagtuman sa pagbarog sa katumanan, sa sugo nga nakalatid sa covenant nga naa sa balaang konstitusyon, the last will of testament, the Treaty of Paris, the Civil Case 3957-P, decided year 1764. Now, overdue is ceased to exist occupancy. The Sovereign Nation Kingdom Hacienda Filipina. Lamdag sa kamatuoran. Lamdag sa kamatuoran. The last call of 7 trumpet. Ug karon, ania ang inyong alagad, Mar Sabati.
Mga igala kumusag may buntag. Adlaw karon nga Miyerkules, petsa 26 sa buwan sa Agosto tuig 2015. Sa ngalan sa Migalaon nga tagdumala nining istasyon 97.5 News Radio. Ka-standby si ang ato Queen of the South, Her Majesty Salvacion Ligaspi Espiritu Santo. Maing buntag diya kanimo, Her Majesty.
May buntag niya kanimo, Sir Mar. May buntag sa taga-Iligan. Ragtana lang magkunsila ka minuto nga mga sulti. Ako lang abot nga to kaninyo nga kung giingon man si Sir Mar nga ang kalibutan hapit na mahuman. Well, kumanag yun kay next week September na. Kung mupirma na ang Vatican, mupirma na kaubanan sa Germany, ang 7 nations magpirma na sila sa One World Order. So unsa man ang One World Order, this is One World Martial, meaning mag-martial na sila, martial law. So they will now take over the world subject to force na siya. Wala na siya justice og unsa nila ilang gustong buhaton, ilang buhaton og ang ilang mga military, mga ISIS raba. So kanang daghang kay na deception na siya. So the world already had conquered and Satan will be the head in the world. So mo na nang niguwa sa Revelation 6 nga siya ang destroyer. So the head of the world will be the destroyer. Kaya unsa may mahitabo sa kalibutan, mo nang giingog na humana ang kalibutan ug ang kalibutan iya nang lukuton. So lukuton na sa Ginoo ang balasahon sa kalibutan kay tungod humana ang kasabutan. So tungod sa niini na moabot nga bag-ong langit ug bag-ong yuta, the New Jerusalem. Ug ang New Jerusalem maunang mutindog nganhi sa Iligan. Maunang ang Iligan mao gini siya ang New Jerusalem ug naani siya sa libro sa Treaty of Paris. Treaty of Paris is in our Article 1, Section 1 in our Constitution. Ug ang atong balaod karon gaagita sa rule of law. Ang rule of law gani, mag-istorya gani tag rule of law, meaning that is already the Constitution. Nga mao to imo gibasa, Sir Mar, the preamble, the rule of law, do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. So kita diri sa Iligan, gidalaman ta, gidumala ta diri sa una, diha sa pinakaubos, mag-ground zero ta. So ang ground zero is in barangay. And the ground zero is here in Palao. Palao is the barangay more powerful than the office of the president. Kaya ang office of the president is already a de facto office. A non-existent government. Maunang naang sila, kuhauno na sila sa United Nations. Kay ang atong panggamhanan, kanhing na siya, kay humana man na ang Republic of the Philippines. Nahuman ang ilahang teritoryo sa pagdominion sa 2004, legally. Now, niabot sa Supreme Court 2006, ang judicial proceeding sa appeal sa Republic of the Philippines ug nana siya entry judgment as null and void. ug na-execute na ang letter of transmittal by the Court of Appeal promulgated December 11, 2009. So niguwa na ang letter of transmittal to relinquish, meaning iuli na sa Republic of the Philippines ang yuta ang katungod ngadto sa sovereignty. So ang sovereignty nagtindog ground zero nganhi sa Palao. So ang barangay karon tribal barangay siya ug mauna siya ang namugna nga Republic Act 7160, ang tribal barangay. Ang tribal barangay karon pa gyud ni siya magsugod. So meaning to say, ang gidagan nga local government units dili maunang ang atong local government units nga ang naglingkod dinha ang mayor, ang sangguniang panglungsod, ilang gipamaligya ang atong katungod, ang Commonwealth. Ilang gibaligya hasta ang public market. Ang tubig, ang kuryente, ang atong ang napukor gibaligya, ang Global Steel gibaligya, ang tanan gipamaligya na nila. Unsa naman ang panginabuhian sa atong dakbayan sa Iligan. Mga kaigsunan, ang akong ihatag sa inyong pinakamaayong balita, mao kining atong bawion ang ilang gipamaligya kay number 1, based on the rule of law, they have no right to sell the Commonwealth. Ang atong archipelago is hereditary succession. Hereditary means inheritance, and based on the existing law of Republic Act 8371, ancestral land cannot be divided, cannot be sold, cannot be hypothecated. Dili nimo pwede ibaligya, ug dili na nimo ipautang, ug dili na nimo pwede siak-siakon. Bawal na siya. That is the rule of law. And that is the existing rights of dominion under the Republic of the Philippines. Nga wala nila gi-implement, maunang sila nahimo silang unconstitutional. Ug diri sa Republic Act 7160, under final provision, Section 35, separability clause, if for any reason or reasons, any part or provision of this code shall be held to be unconstitutional or invalid, other parts and provision thereof which are not affected thereby shall continue to be full force and effect. So meaning to say, the rest itong 7160 pwede ni siya natong gamiton sa ato, pero ang barangay karon ang head of the state. The head of the state, the head of the region, the head of the city is Barangay Palao. Ngano man Barangay Palao? Kay tungod naa diri ang magdumala nga tag-iya, the ruler, the queen of the tribe, the queen of the south, the queen of the motherland is standing here in Palao. So akong gi-request si Barangay Boynies to report to the castle, and I will be calling him every day until he comes. Otherwise, he has violated the rights of the people, the sovereignty. Ug ako pong panawagan ang police, ang PNP, and I would like to read the ang ilang preamble. So the preamble of the PNP. We, the members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, imploring enlightenment from the Almighty God in order to achieve and maintain a professional organization worthy of public trust and interest, faithful to the constitutional mandate as the protector of the people, the sovereignty of the state, the democratic institution, and the integrity of the national territory. So ang national territory is the entire archipelago. Freely and collectively commit ourselves as our way of life to abide by and adhere to the provisions of this code of ethics, which is hereby do ordain. So, meaning to say, under the preamble, ang prayer sa AFP is to protect sovereignty. And the sovereignty now asserts its rights for dominion under the code of 7160 Tribal Barangay, and Palao, the Royal Castle, is the office of the barangay, Palao. And so I requested Barangay Nias to come forward to the office so we can start to work on the programs of the city of Iligan in Palao. And this is an order from the royal decree. And he already had received the final statement last July 7, 2015. Capifornis, actually this was addressed to acting Honorable Mayor Roderick Marso with Attorney Leolalio Gaiti, Captain Neyes, Captain Sanchez Alcodia, Engineer Milagros Orbi, and also PO Director Emilio Rana. So we are calling these people to come to the castle and report. Otherwise, we requested the police to move forward, and whoever defies the Constitution, whoever defies the Republic Act 7160, and do not observe and respect the order entry, should be removed from office. This is as ordered, received. And under Republic Act 6713, they have the right to answer in 14 days. And this is already almost 2 months. So I will end it from here. I know my time is finished, and we will do this again tomorrow. And I would like to thank Sir Mar, the manager of the station of the news radio. I'd like to thank the Iliganons, our compatriots, the Filipino people, and the rest of the world, because we have to begin. Otherwise, the world will also collapse with us. Thank you, and you have a good day.
Her Majesty, may buntag.
May buntag diha nimo, Sir Mar. Pila pa ko ka minuto pwede mo sulti?
Okay, daghan pa. Natawi mga 15 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. Yes, ang ato magong ipamahayag nato karon sa atong mga kaubanan nganhi sa Iligan nga kita gyud ang mo empower nganhi sa atong katungod kay nganuman una sa tanan ug kita karon sa kanhing pamahalaan kung sa ila kita mag-asa nga kining atong katungod ilang ipatindog mura gani kanang lisod kaayo kay ako ni siyang gisulayan since 7 years. 7 years na ni namugna ang kaharian nga gisugo sa Dios nga mahan nga imugna nganhi kanato aron kita makabangon, aron kita makatindog og kini pa lang unta ila pa ning nasugdan way back 7 years ago. Siguro no kanang lambo na kayo ang atong Iligan, lambo na kaayo og dili na siguro suko kayo ang Ginoo nganhi kanato. Pero tungod sa akong nakita, wala man gyud ni siya ma-implement, wala ma-enforce bisag within the Constitution, bisag within the order of the DILG Secretary that the indigenous tribe Republic Act 8371 must be priority. It has to be respected, it has to be observed, and it has to be enforced. But wala gyud ni siya matuman. Wala gyud nila gi-enforce. Instead, kay abi nila ako ra magud isa, ang ilang huna-huna ako ra isa. So ila lang na siyang gi-shelf lang na niya, wa niya tagai og pagtagad, except butangan kanila og dautan nga mga ngalan nga wala gani sila namasa og namasa mangani sad sila, nahadlok sila nga makuhaan sila og pwesto. Nadili man sila kuhaan og pwesto kasi number one, gobyerno man ni. Pareha ni siya adtong 1898 nga kita, we were under the colony of the Spaniards, unya kita gikuha kita, pinagi nga to sa Amerika under USMG, giredeem ta nila ug ang infrastructure na bayaran ni siya og 20 million ang infrastructure sa Spaniards, unya kita dayon ang nagpadayon. So gapadayon ta sa framework sa kanhing administrasyon sa Spanish. So that's the same thing today. Nga kita karon ang framework atong gibawi, i-relinquish nila ang framework and machinery with the instrumentalities. Ila nang i-relinquish nganhi sa ato kay nag-execute naman ko og writ of execution, possession, and demolition on the part of the government, nga ang infrastructure sa government ila nang iuli sa ato aron pod sila makapadayon ta sa insakto ng panggobyerno nga mauna siya ang sovereignty. Now, thank you kayo, Sir Mark, imong na-mention ang Constitution o kanang Article 1 na-mention sa nimo sa sinugdanan sa atong programa. So ako ni siyang basahon ang Article 2, Section 1. Ang Article 2, Section 1, the civil democratic administration, sovereignty emanates in the people. So meaning to say, on the Article 2, Section 1, ang tao, ang sovereign, naa sa katawhan. So, ang preamble karon, mao na siya ang motherland. So, ako karon ang in between motherland and the rights of the people, ang sovereignty, ang governance. So, mao na siya karon ang status karon under the sovereignty. Kay ang republic sa una is hierarchy na siya, which fall part into an anarchy. Anarchy since 2004, and it's already 11 years nga nag-exercise na ang Republic of the Philippines of anarchy. So, karon na siya, overdue na gyud, maguba na gyud ang atong kalibutan. Nagkahinay na gyud ni siya guho, ug muguho gyud ni siya, ug dili mo tindog, kining niyang province under the amendment of the Constitution Section 9. So, ang iligan, swerte kay ta kay ang iligan, ang nadihugan, ang iligan, ang napili sa kahitasan nga maunik siya karon, diri magsugod ang ground zero. Now, so kitang mga tao nga di sa iligan, maunay mo empower. Unya sa Section 2 of the Article 2, no war as an instrument of a national and international instrument as part of the law of the land. So sa Section 2 pa lang, niingon na diri nga ang instrument of national, the international instrument as part of the law of the land. So there is no war. So there should be, kung nitindog na unta lang. Pero ato man gini siyang patindugon kay nag-self-empower man ko. This is self-empowerment because I also declared as self-governance. Self-governance nga akong gi-execute, this is under the provision of the amendment Section 2, Article 16. New government, unya na-approve na ni siya and ratified by Congress in 1997. Mao ni siya ang Republic Act 8371. So ang Republic Act 8371, mauna ni siya ang mo-empower karon. Kita na, muna ako nang gitawagan ang barangay si Kapitan Boynies nga mo report siya diri aron dili siya mapriso, aron dili siya mapakanaog, mapakaulawan, mas maayo pa mo surrender siya, isira niya ang libro sa yesterday ang kanhing panggobyerno sa civil government, which is the anarchy. Yan ang isira aron magsugod na ta sa bag-ong panggamhanan nga panggobyerno nga sovereignty nga iyahan ni sa Dios nga mahan nga pinagi nga hikanako namugna ang sovereignty, ang promised kingdom of the Father. So kining niya ug mutindog ni walay makagira sa Pilipinas, walay makagira sa Mindanao. Diri magsugod ang paghiusa, diri magsugod ang kalinaw ngani sa atong kalibutan. So sa section 2 niingog no war as an instrument of national and international instrument as part of the law of the land. Why? Because we are the holder. I am the holder of the Treaty of Paris. Mauni siya ang kasabutang kaning time immemorial. So, ang kanang time immemorial, dili lang na siya atong 1764. Ang time immemorial is as far back memory reaches. So, the memory reaches is in the beginning, in the creation. Mo na siya ang memory nga na-reach nako na I went back in time in the creation. So, mauna karon kay niabot naman ta sa nakabuot man ako ang atong gigikanan, so nagsugod na pud ta karon sa bag-ong sinugdanan. Maunang the new heaven, the new earth. Naana siya sa Revelation 21. Ug naa po na siya sa Isaiah 65. So let's continue under the Constitution. And in the Constitution says, in fact, that there is no war. Mga kaigsuunan, ang gira karon lahi, ang gira karon kaysa gira sa Second World War or even the First World War. Lahi, karon nuclear na ron. Ug naiisa kan nabilin somehow there is an intervention nga naagyo gibilin sa Ginoo nga isa nga nasalin sa gera atong 1940s the Second World War nga naigo siya sa nuclear. Hungaw ra na siya, ang iyang panit is melting. And every time the weather is bad, he felt the pain. But even up today, he still survived and lived. So, dili gipakita lang na siya sa ato nga bisag dili ta maigo sa nuclear war, makita gihapon nato nga ang atong panit mulanay di ay unya dili ra ba kapatyon kay naa ra ba pud sa Biblia, people seek death, there is none. So, mao na ni siyang miingog living dead. No, we don't want to be a living dead. We want to be the Son of God. We want to be alive. And in order to be alive, you have to be patriots. Kinahanglan spiritual warrior. Kinahanglan defender ka sa bag-ong langit, bag-ong yuta, sa bag-ong nation. Mauni siya ang amendment nga patindugo nato ang sovereignty nga sahad samahan paranganhi ka nato. Ug dili na nato patindugon na luoy kaayo ang iligan. Okay, luoy kaayo ang katawhan. So, ang sa section 2 pa lang, no instrument of national as a national unity. Dili na siya pwede. So, ang Article 1 to 3, in the 3 it says, private rights is sovereignty. And sovereignty emanates in the people. So, kining niya karong 1 to 3, ako na ni siyang na-execute. This is regarding the third alias. And now, I actually took back to that the Republic of the Philippines will relinquish the framework and machineries. Since it is a self-governance, so it will be self-empowered by you and me. So ako na karong naabot na ang dokumento ngadto kang Kapitan Nies, kinahanglan yan tagaag attention og dili gyud ko mahunong hanto dili ni siya mo report nganhi og naaman gyud akong gipaanhi diri pod. I'm talking to a lawyer already this morning from Manila and from Don Juan in Spain. I have spoke this morning, so we will be working and talking in Skype, and I don't want to embarrass anyone here. I want everyone to unite with us in peace. Kay kita rabya pod ang mukuan ini. Kita rabya pod ang mo enjoy ni ining atong mga kahago. So, number 4. Unsay giingon sa number 4? The prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. Mao na siya ang section 4 of Article 2. It stipulates that the duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. the government may call upon the people to defend the state. So, ako mismo karon nanawagan nga kamong mga katawan inyong i-defend ang charter, ang atong state, ang atong estado, atong protektahan. Niingon diri, the government may call, ang government ana karon ang existing, ang sovereignty na, because we already in power. So the sovereign government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in the fulfillment thereof, all citizens may be required under conditions provided by law to render personal, military, or civil service. This is on Section 4, written in Article 2, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution. Let me repeat. The prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. The sovereign government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in the fulfillment thereof, all citizens may be required under condition provided by law to render personal, military, or civil service. Section 7. The state shall pursue an independent foreign policy in its relations with other states. Paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty. So, kinisad siya, nanawagan ako mga alliance, foreign policy, international law. Karon nga mutabang dato diri in relation to the consideration of national sovereignty. Nanawagan lang ko nga mutabang para makatindog ang iligan, kay og di ni katindog, gubon man sa Ginoo ang kalibutan. Og karon guba na ba gyud ta, wala gyud tay panginabuhi diri. Ambot lang mo, pero ako since 13 years so agyud koy panginabuhi diri, but I survive. Now, it says here, the state shall pursue an independent foreign policy in each relation with other states. Paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty, territorial integrity, national interest, and the right to self-determination. So this is self-determination. So isag-isa, ikaw o ako, kitang tanan magkahiusa, kay we are determined to reign this kingdom.
Her Majesty, okay, the time is up, so tomorrow we have to continue our topic, no?
Okay, let me finish this section
Yes,
22,
you finish, okay.
Itong section 22 lang of the article.
Okay.
Article 2.
Okay.
Section 22. The state recognizes and promotes the rights of the indigenous cultural communities within the framework of national unity and development. And this is strengthened under Republic Act 8371. So this, I would like to make this clear na at least nahumana to ang atong constitutional rights sa atong framework nga kita maka-empower na kita nga kini atong gisangyaw di ay Sirmar katungod ni nato ug dili ni nato buhaton why mahitabo ninyo kay kung ang Republic of the Philippines ang kining lingkuran karon sa sanggunian kung patay na siya, you cannot rise from the dead. There is a new life. Ug kining new life mo ni siya ang atong tabangan, mo ni atong imugna kay mo ni mo hatag og kinabuhi. Ug maayong salamat kanimo Sir Marmay, daghang salamat taga Iligan og sa atong manager dinha. Salamat kayo og sa dakbayan sa Iligan, Pilipinas og sa tibuok kalibutan. Thank you very much and you have a good day. Bye-bye.
Her Majesty, Salvacion Legaspi, Espiritu Santo, maing buntag ya kanimo, Her Majesty.
Hello, maing buntag diha kanimo, Sir Mar. Salamat kaayo niya ng pagpanawagan diri nga kita makapadayon na sad sa atong programa regarding the new constitution. It's not really new. It is more of the implementation in the promulgation of 1987 Constitution. Mao ni siya ron ang ato ang hisgutan ron ang ground zero. So you allow me now to take the air. Okay. Sir Mar, ang nahitabo ni ini karon ang 1987 Constitution ug imong ablihan diri nganha sa Chan Robles Internet Bar Review. Atong basahon ang nakasulat diri sa nakalagda sa amendment. Kay ang amendment ug dili ni siya ma-implement, the Republic of the Philippines, the Filipino people itself, kasi ang gobyerno is the territory and the people. That is the government. It's not the administration. The administration is only a servant of the people under the territorial rights of jurisdiction. So if they cannot present themselves, the territorial jurisdiction of authority, magkaguliyang gyud ang lugar. Mauning nahitabo sa ato sa Iligan City nga ang territorial jurisdiction karon ra ni siya nahitabo in the past few years nga ang atong teritoryo diri sa Iligan ilugon sa laing lugar. So nagkagamay ang Iligan, nagkadako ang teritoryo sa naay gahom nga ingno nila nato makig-away, naay hinagiban, naay war. So ang tawag ana annexation. So kita mismo diri sa Iligan gigira ta sa atong neighboring cities. Dili na siya dapat ingon ana. There has to be a harmony. Ang 1987 Constitution dapat ni siya na promulgate. Mao ni siya ang 1987 should be the constitution that will free the Filipino people. Kaya ang tawag niyan provisional freedom constitution. So nahimo siyang provisional freedom constitution kaya wala pa man siya ma-implement ang amendment. So ang amendment ni ini mugula ni siya ang tribunal judicial mo na siya ang tanod bayan. So ngani sa ato under amendment of the Constitution Article 8 Section 9 mutindog mangyud ang Mother Province. Ang Mother Province under Section 9 Article 8 stipulates a sub-province shall continue to exist and operate until it is converted into a regular province or until its component municipalities are reverted to the mother province. So meaning to say, ang Iligan karon kay naaman diri mag-execute ang first tribal barangay, mao ni siya ang mutindog ug mao ni siya ang pinaka sinugdanan, pinakauyukan kay kita karon nagsugod man ta og ground zero. We are self-governing, we are self-empowering. Unsa may atong giingon nga self-empowering and self-governing. This is under Republic Act 8371 nga na-ratify sad ni siya and promulgated in 1997, which the Republic of the Philippines failed to promulgate. Kaya kita karon ang nagsuffer. But we have to stop that. Kailangan talaga ma-free talaga ang katawhan. Ug kinahanglan kung magsadya man ta sa atong piyesta, dili gani siya maresolba hantod ang territorial rights of jurisdiction nga gihatag ngadto sa kapulisan. Naagod sila dokumento of the existing ang atong gitawag ana kay Republic of the Philippines is superseded naman under Republic Act 8371 kay ang mao naman ni siya ron ang gitawag niyan ang katawhan mubalik na og barog under the territorial rights of jurisdiction. So naa sa ako ang territorial rights of jurisdiction, ang Iligan CAD 292 mo na siyang cadastry certificate of ancestral domain ancestry CAD 292 and 369 cadastry belongs to Iligan City. So ug wala sila anak nga dokumento of the existing rights, magubot gyud mo nang nigamay ang Iligan kay gigirahan man ni siya sa neighboring cities. So dili na siya dapat mahitabo. Kinahanglan, we have to live peacefully. In order to do that, let's do this way. This is the only way because this is how the Constitution and the enacted law are being designed. So, kung maghimo lang sila ilang gusto, dili na siya mao, nagka-lindrakas ni sila. So, ang nahitabo karon, so under Section 9, nga ang iligan karon ang mutindog kay ni amang god nganhis as a mother province of the motherland. Mauning ang iligan palao is actually the center, the icon of the world. Iligan. So Palao Barangay is the first tribal barangay nga mutindog under Ground Zero, which now it will be enforced and observed by the police, itong Tanod Bayan, because they are more powerful in any of the tribal barangay or any barangay nationwide. So, ang Palao, ang pinaka-strongest, so ang presidente sa barangay is actually the most powerful seat nga gigunitan sa barangay. So, President Barangay is also the head of the state. So, dili na sila apil-apil lang nga bag-o lang nakahuna ang iligan sangguniang panglungsod nga apilon di ay ang presidente sa barangay. Kay naminaw man lang ko diri sa radio before this. So, sayop na siya nga ang presidente sa barangay mauunta na siya dapat ang chairman sa sanggunian barangay. Kay siya man ang presidente. Kay siya man ang head of the state.
Okay, Her Majesty, excuse me, Her Majesty, natay basahon diri sa Local Government Code of 1991, RA 7160, no? Thus, the RA 7160 now has superseded and had invoked the separability clause and relinquished rights to the latter since they had lost the territorial jurisdiction claim embodied under the provision of Article 8, Judicial Section 1.
Yes, tama na siya. Under separability clause, ang kanhing Republic Act 7160 nga gi-exercise under sangguniang panglungsod sa iligan, na superseded na siya, na close na siya under unconstitutionality kay dili man sila dapat, ang dapat man ang tribal barangay man. So, kung dili nag-execute sa Ground Zero ang Palao, so ang sa Palao karon magsugod ang tribunal, ang sanggunian, the lawmaker, the lawmaking body, the legislative body belongs now to Palao Barangay. So, kanang tanang ilang gipanghimo, nahimo na siyang null and void under Article 18 Section 3. Ano nakasulat dito? Under Article 18 Section 3 of the Constitution Amendment, it stipulates all existing laws, decrees, executive orders, proclamation, letter of instruction, and other executive issuance not inconsistent with the Constitution shall be remain operative until amended or revoked. And so the existing law of the Republic of the Philippines can only exist if it will not be revoked. So the Kingdom Philippine Hacienda, the sovereign nation, the new government for the Republic, revoked all existing presidential decree, executive orders, proclamation, letters of instruction, and other executive issuance is already revoked. So, ang na-revoke ni siya, dili lang ni siya giingon nga akong gi-revoke. This is under the decision of the Supreme Court on the appeal of the Court of Appeal under the office of the Republic of the Philippines, that they want to continue dominion on the territorial rights of the Republic, which was declared null and void by the Supreme Court under GR 171913. September 26, 2006 was the decision. And under this decision, the Court of Appeal immediately execute decision that the Republic of the Philippines is null and void, and also under the premise of the decision, they also had mentioned that all presidential decrees in this Section 3 of Article 18 is also considered revoked forever. So which means to say, legally speaking, the Republic of the Philippines is superseded under the sovereignty, Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, that the ground zero is now empowered. We are now, Palao Barangay is now empowered, meaning to say, the head office of the tribal barangay under Republic Act 7160, which was, this 7160 was actually designed, kaya ang tawag nun Ludabi eh. Ludabi means time immemorial. So, under Ludabi, the tribal barangay now is empowered by Kingdom Filipina Hacienda and ruled by Her Majesty. This is under law, under the Constitution, and with this, the freedom that the Constitution stipulate of the 1987, finally the Filipino will be free. And on Section 25, after the expiration of 1991 agreement, this agreement is the USMG, U.S. Military Agreement Treaty between the Republic of the Philippines and United States concerning military base, foreign military troops and facilities will not be allowed in the Philippines except under treaty. So meaning to say, the EDCA, the BFA, was already a default. It's a fraud. That's why, under DFA, on the BFA agreement, they said forged agreement. Anything that is a forged agreement is fraud. So, ang title lang forged agreement, that's already fraudulent. That's already conspiring the rights of the sovereignty sa mga katauhan. So, ang nangyari niyan, because the president now signed the EDCA, America came in with the ISIS. Ang ISIS man ang ilang gipadala diri. So, what happened? And then they allow America to build another military barracks. And that is illegal because under Section 2, Section 3, there is no war in the Philippines. We should not be attacked, but we should be protected. But this never happened because the Republic is operating under shadow government, and this shadow government, this is what they're trying to declare on September with the Vatican, the USA, and Queen Elizabeth of British. Now, they want to continue without territorial rights, and this is illegal. That is why there will be war global. This is taking the rights, annexation. This is annexation, taking our gold. And by the way, under Section 26 of Article 18, transitory provision for a freedom platform, the wealth, the ill-gotten wealth of President Marcos and the rest of the world will go back to Section 26, ill-gotten wealth. So ano ba itong ill-gotten wealth? This is actually starts with the gold. Now with the gold, it was used to make currency. That's one reason why there is an economic meltdown globally. The currency becomes, very soon, will become valueless. Wala na itong value. So there will be an economic breakdown, meltdown. So there will be war. So because of gold, and that's why everybody is here to take the gold in the Philippines. Now this gold was not stolen by the Philippines. No, this gold was returned to us because it belongs to the Philippines, because the claimant, the redeemer of the Treaty of Paris is here in the Philippines. So, yung First World War was to move some of the gold and to return to the Philippines and to create bunkers. That was the reason of the First World War. The Second World War was created to return the gold to the Philippines. That is when General MacArthur, Yamashita, and all other imperial conquistador, the head of the military, came to the Philippines and bring the gold back home. So that is why in other, and then in the process, in 1976, in 1972, President Marcos took gold in the central bank and moved the gold. This is documentary. This is under the decision of the civil case 3957P. That was decided 1964. And then, decision under the British colony, but Republic of the Philippines in 1969, they made a proceeding on a decided case. And this is violation on an interim res judicata. Violation under the Act of Republic of the Philippines. Since a long time, the Republic of the Philippines is already a de facto government. And finally, Dilemma said, it is a banana republic. Because they know they are running to an anarchy, meaning chaos government. So it is important to us. This is our life. We need peace in Iligan. We need to establish the right constitution, the law of the land. The supreme law of the land is God's covenant to the people, to bring peace, unity, and prosperity. This is the only way. And the Iliganon should make a move, and the rest of our friends in all over the world, and you can find it in our timeline because I am in the social media, and I am declaring the one world government and also the Philippine sovereignty. So we should be proud. We are not thieves. We are not prostitutes. We own our own land. We are the richest supposed to be in the rest of the world. The rest of the world should look up to us. But what happened to us? What did the government did to us? They made us like we are beggars. We are no beggars. We are God's chosen. Except you people did not choose to serve God. You are not patriotic anymore. So stand up, rise, Filipino. God choose you. You are the patriots. Stand for your rights, because if you don't, God will cleanse the world anyway. And clean those who are coward. This is all written in the scriptures. So this is why the scripture will be fulfilled. The scripture was created in the creation, in the sacrifice of the prophets, and in the end, God will take back what belongs to Him, and He will rise, and He will choose a person to do His job, to fulfill His promise. Yan ang istorya ng Holy Bible. At ang ating Constitution, ang kanyang covenant, because God's last will of testament is in the Constitution. Yan ang Article 1, Section 1. And in Article 1, Section 1, this is the globe, the world atlas. It's not only Philippines. And you find that in Ratification 3 in the Peace Treaty in 1898, which Republic of the Philippines is only given 7,169 islands and islets, and partly belongs to the Philippines. Sabah and Borneo belongs to the Philippines. And we have our Muslim brothers are part in this promise. And we are not denying anyone, but everyone has to return their faith in God. Living faith. We're calling here living faith. We are not a religion. We are here. I am serving God and country. And I am the mediator between God and the people. And I hold the instrument. And I rule. And this is law. And everybody in Iligan should respect this. And under the policy in 7160, Republic Act 8371, and under DILG, they have to respect, they have to observe and enforce the law, the state law. So, under the barangay, they have to have the metes and bounds. They do not have. What they do have is expired under Section 3 of the amendment of the Constitution, and they hold no legal rights whatsoever. This is the problem we have. And the problem we have is we have no economic infrastructure. We have no social infrastructure. We have no infrastructure on roads, light, water, nothing, zero. And that has to stop. We have the money. This city should rise like a sun, and that the rest of the world will look up to Iligan. So, there is nothing we do here that is against the law. We are all inside the framework of the Constitution, the existing Republic Act, which I embrace, I adopted.
Okay. Emergency,
And this is what we do.
Few seconds lang nabilin.
Okay, I will wrap this thing up. So I am calling Capitan Nias. I hope Monday he will answer the people, and to me especially. He will answer in the radio, and he will present his rights of dominion. He has to show his territorial rights if he has the right to rule in Iligan, because he has none. I have it. I can give it to him if he doesn't have it. So I will close this, and I'm also calling the DOJ to execute the complaint of the sovereignty. Otherwise, they are also in violation as treason, usurpation of authority, and plunder in the rights of the sovereignty. This is an order, and I already had delivered my complaints to them, and the order to the city and in barangay. It's already over a year overdue, and they know it. And we are in the radio. They have to answer us. Answer us. We don't want street rumors. No. Now you have the right to speak with me in the radio, and this is the call. This is the call of the last seventh trumpet, and thank you very much, Sir Mar. Thank you, Iliganon. Thank you, God, and thank you, everyone who listened to this. And I hope you invite everyone, because I'm inviting our compatriots in the four corners of the world to listen to this radio program, because we put this in the social media. So continue to read. You can replay this under our social media timeline, Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, a ministerial public relations. So we have this. So you can also contact Sir Mar. So good day, and thank you very much, and may God bless Iligan. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.